we'll see how long this lasts. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Literally, that's my little bodyguard right there. So,
Well, first of
who
all,
you on the phone with? Okay.
for anybody that's listening, I always say hello. My name is Von Michael, comedian Von Michael, torn stand-up comedian. We here tonight for reflecting and growing with Vaughn. I do have a guest tonight, Janae. She is the host and creator of Confessions of the Red Couch. She's joining me tonight. She is a mother, so you might hear some kids in the back. Well, just one kid.
Yeah. Just one kid. Just one.
I'm putting
Just one. No more than that ever again in life.
Hilarious. She's scaring me from becoming a father now. I was today. I was like, I'm gonna be a father. Then I heard what was going on with her. I was like, yeah, I don't know about that.
So look, parenthood is fun, but it's real ghetto. Like
Parenthood is got. Hey, somebody got to joke about that. Parenthood motherhood is a different type of hood.
It is. It's real ghetto over here. Like we just we just be doing things. You pray about it and you let it go sometimes. Cause what else can you do?
I feel it. Look, I want to become a parent because there's benefits to being a parent. Like we getting old one day. We need somebody to take care of us. Like we gonna be wearing diapers.
Don't do that. You can go. They got homes for that. They got people you can
Oh, oh, you going to the home? I don't want to go to the home. I want to stay at my kids' home.
Oh, hold on 1 second. No,
Okay.
no.
Oh man. So
You're
while
supposed to be asleep.
while
Go
she's
lay
doing
down.
that, let me go ahead and get y'all started for today. So, this week, man, I'm really excited to talk to y'all about the different topics that we have. We come up here talk about reflecting and growing.
Mm.
So as always, I start off about journaling. Your mom is so lovely. Who we talking about?
I'm not.
Um,
I'm not his mom.
okay.
It's not me. It's not me.
Oh, is that your son in the chat? I'm reading the chat, y'all. Somebody wrote, "Your mom is so lovely." Just threw the whole thing off.
That's just. I don't know what that is.
Okay. So it's hilarious. So journaling. Do you journal, Janae?
Yes, I am very reflective to a fault sometimes, but but yeah, I journal. It helps me sometimes throughout the day. Just get some thoughts out on paper.
Hmm.
Helps with feelings, emotions. Just some things you just keep bottled in and you don't realize it until you start writing it down and you're like, oh dang.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah, what
Um,
is that?
I definitely let's dive into that. So, this week, like I'm back on the journal gang, right? So like I call it journal gang.
Mm,
I journaled before in years previously, but now I've been in therapy for coming up 2 years. It's like journaling
okay.
is different for me because now it's like I have the words to describe how I feel. I feel like before journaling was
Hmm.
just venting. It was just like saying I'm mad, f them, I'm better than them,
Right.
etc. Now it's like, yo, I'm hurt. These some mommy issues. Like I need to heal.
Yeah.
Come in. So it's like journaling is like so dope once you have the language to describe how you really feel. Um,
Hmm.
this week I was journaling, and one thing I realized is I was avoiding things that I wasn't even aware of.
Mm,
I
mm,
was I started my day off in the morning. Like I have a less structured day. I'm an artist, so I started off with
yeah.
TikTok and cookies, and it hit
Okay.
about we got
TikTok
the
and cookies. Okay.
yeah, and then it was
No
just
judgment.
like,
Look, hey, no judgment.
hey, but when you
Sometimes
when
you just need a
you
little
see,
TikTok and cookies.
it sounds crazy when you hear it, but when you actually like with the TikTok and the cookie, it feels normal. Like
Hmm.
I don't feel like nothing
Yeah.
is wrong when I got the TikTok cookie. So I'm scrolling, I'm eating my cookies, and then finally, like, you get to a point where you just feel overstimulated, like when you just do too much
Yes.
scrolling. And so I journal. I started journal. So I let me
Mhm.
journal because I'm on this thing now. Journal like when I wake up, and I journal at night. Sometimes it get pushed back a
Okay.
little bit during the day. So I'm
Mhm.
journaling, and then as I'm journaling, I noticed that like I'm starting to feel anxiety, and I'm just like, "Yo, where's this coming from?" And I didn't realize
Right.
that I was avoiding it with the TikTok and the cookies. So there was really things that would bother me that I need to address, but I was trying not to deal
Mhm.
with it. But the journaling made me realize that I was avoiding. Like if I never journal, I would have just always had this hidden anxiety. Like I realized like
Right.
there's a lot of stuff that we just don't deal with when we don't journal or
Mhm.
process things that we're carrying, and that's why like I recently had some weight gain, and like I'm realizing now it's like, yo, you got to get that stuff out, because if you don't, you're gonna eat it, and
Mhm.
you're gonna have to get some Ozempic.
Yeah. Look, don't just try. It's some different varieties out there. It don't just got to be Ozempic. But I'm just saying, no judgment. But I do get it. I completely get it because sometimes I call it like it's like a paralysis. Like I know I got to do
Mhm.
stuff, but I'm avoiding it. So you're right. I will doom scroll. I will do whatever, anything else,
Yeah,
just to not do what I'm supposed to do.
yeah, yeah. And it's just so easy. Like you
Mhm.
just do it subconsciously. You're not even thinking about it. And it's
Yeah.
just like that's how people become, have drinking habits, smoking habits.
Yeah.
There's certain things that they're avoiding, but you're not even aware of. And sometimes
Hmm.
that journaling just helps you uncover it. So that's been a big thing for me. Is now it's just like, I'll cover the avoidance, and also I'll cover like once I start doing that, man, like them emotions be heavy. Like when you start facing the things that you avoided, you be like, woo, like I'm talking about, we having like real anxiety over here.
Yeah.
So just trying to get used to feeling those, because some of the stuff that like I avoid, and just in general, you realize that
Hmm.
it didn't start today. Like this has been for years. So it's like
Right.
one thing I've been learning is like certain parts of you, like you might be 30, 40, but certain parts of you might still be 8, might be 15.
Yep.
And so it's like
Hmm.
you've been avoiding these things so long that now it's like you got to face them. And it's just like, it becomes like a
Yeah.
little bit
And you got to help
overwhelming.
and
Yeah.
help it's about healing that inner child. Telling
Hmm.
you, like being a mom, I'm looking at him right now, by the way. Jesus. He just won't go to bed. It's just like so so being a mom, that helps too. That has helped me
Hmm.
realize like a lot of the stuff, the way I parent him, I parent like my inner child. And
Hmm.
it's weird because I know uh-uh no. Yeah, you can sit down. Sorry, y'all. But you're not gonna get on camera. Mommy's not comfortable with you doing that yet, okay? Okay? All right. You see, I have to like
Hmm. It's a
it's
full-time
just
job.
like you can't just yell. You gotta talk. And so but journaling has helped me, I guess, in this phase of my life, because it's a lot of things that come with being a single mom, being a divorced mom, being a black mom, being a boy
Yeah.
mom. It's just so much that
Did
comes
you
up.
get a boyfriend? Shh. Boyfriend.
No, nobody's talking about having a boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
You see? Just
Boyfriend.
hey, chill.
Okay, boyfriend.
Okay, so yeah, so it's just, that journaling has helped me. Like even last night I hit something and I didn't realize I was holding this in. I talked about, I've always felt like, just in not my friendships and family relationships, but when it comes to like romantic relationships, like
I'm a queen.
I'm not the choice, I'm an option. And
Mm.
so, not saying that I am, but saying that's the way it's felt. So it made me like as I was journaling, I had to write about like, okay, so why do you feel like that?
Mikey!
And what is happening and what do I need to do to fix that? So, journaling helps. It brings up, like you said, some really deep stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, that deep stuff is the thing that you gotta suck it up and face.
Yeah.
You gotta face
And
it.
that's
Yeah.
real. Yeah. I was feeling that
Mhm.
same thing. Like, 'cause especially
Yeah.
like depending on how you grew up, you got siblings, you
Mhm.
definitely could feel like you wasn't the might have felt like neglected, wasn't chosen, stuff
Mhm.
like that, and that stuff affects you to this day. Um, you
Yeah.
know, and one thing I realized too is like sometimes you'll fall in a pattern of dating people who made you feel that way as a child because it's familiar.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's like becoming aware of it is one of the first steps to changing it. Um,
Mhm.
but that journaling, yeah, it's
Yeah.
speaking
It'll
of
bring
that,
up some stuff.
relationships.
Yeah.
Um, one thing that I've been working on or been reflecting on this week is holding on to hurt. Hold on to hurt.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been like the petty person? Like you feel like you got to get your get back.
Yeah. Several times. Yes. Yes. I am Queen Petty. I am Petty McPettison. I am if I had a cape, it would have a capital P on it. Like I've been praying about it, y'all, so don't judge me because I've been doing a lot better. Because it's only so far my pettiness can take me, and then it's like, oh, that's legal issues, so you can't be that petty. But
That's hilarious. That's
legal
hilarious.
issues. But yeah. I am the queen of. Oh, you thought you got me. That's fine. I get you back worse. And is it healthy? No, but does it feel good? Yes, it does. It really does.
I mean, but does it? But does it feel good? Like, does it feel good long term?
For like a moment, for a
Yeah.
moment, and then it passes.
And I'm not judging. Like, I've done some petty stuff in my life. I
Hmm.
personally, I'm trying to move past it.
Yeah.
Because one of the things is I try to see what's the thing that's bothering me. Because a lot of times it's not really that person that you're dealing with
Hmm.
is bothering you. It's something they just hit a wound that is
Yeah.
reflecting, and that's why it hurts so much. You know. One thing like for me. I feel like, sometimes people like they don't respond to your message. But then like
Hmm.
they'll hit you up when they want something. And like I would like want to be paid like, oh, I'm not gonna respond back or do stuff like that.
Hmm.
But what I realized is that um what the real issue was that I just felt like I was being neglected, and it just hit on things where I just felt unseen in my past.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now I try not. The reason why what I'm learning is you can't, like, for me, I can't be going out and being petty and get back with people because it will block your blessings. Because sometimes
Yep.
somebody might not respond because they genuinely are busy, and they are going to hit you back,
Hmm.
but they just going to hit you back
Right.
in a longer time period. But if you was being petty because they
Hmm.
hit you back in 24 hours, now they looking at you sideways, and you might, that could have been a business deal, and you just did that. So
True.
what I'm learning now is like you gotta let go of that hurt because that
Hmm.
hurt can block some of your blessings.
Yes.
Um,
I 100% agree. 100% agree.
have you felt like there's been any hurt that has blocked your blessings
Um,
that you can admit? Because I know if you petty, you might not admit it.
so, no, uh, to be honest. honest, yeah, a couple, and that's like I said, I'm working on it because I'm not as petty as I could be anymore.
Gotcha.
Like hit me up about 5, 6 years ago, I was hella petty, but now, like you said, I don't want to block my blessings. And also, I think about the way I want people to treat my son. And so that it's, I'm telling you, having a kid makes you like really focus like on what you're doing because I think about how I would want somebody to treat my son. And
Mm,
so I got to think, is this petty really worth it? Like, is it worth it? Would you
mm,
want somebody to treat your son like this? And it's like, nah. Or would you want somebody to treat your mama like this? And I'm like, no. So it's a
mhm.
big, like, I've been reflective, been real big on reflecting, just to make sure that I'm doing stuff that honors not just me and not just my family, but also that honors God. Because God don't want me to be out here being petty. I know he
I'm about
don't.
to say,
And I know he
yeah,
knows I'm petty. I
it
know
was
God knows I'm petty.
grace.
And I know most of the time he'd be like, and I'll be like, please. And he, don't touch it. Dang. Okay.
Yeah, and I noticed one thing too. When you petty, sometimes like it feels good in the moment, but you will feel shame later for
Hmm.
how you acted. You will regret. You
Yeah.
be like, dang, I was being childish. Like
Yeah.
you would not be proud of how you reacted. That like you,
Hmm.
we call it self respect. Sometimes like you gain self respect based upon how you have acted and certain things that you have done. So that's another thing that's like
Right.
than keeping me from being petty. But one thing you hit on, you said having a child makes you not want to be petty, reduce the pettiness.
I said, well, it just makes me want to do better. In some ways, like it really did. Not that I was ever. So let me say this: my pettiness wasn't ever to the point where like I would go to jail or somebody's life was in detriment. I just want to put it out there. Like I said, I strive to do good, but evil is always present. And sometimes that thorn in my side gets me.
I got
That
you.
thorn in my side be getting me sometimes. But I think, like I said, becoming a parent, like being a teacher, is one thing because I look and I'm like, okay, don't mess with my babies. But when it's like when you have a kid and you think about the way you want other people to treat your kid, it really makes you look inward. Like if I don't want somebody treating my kid like this, then how should I treat other people? Like what it
Mm,
really makes you look in the mirror like, how am I treating others? If I want to make sure my son is okay, how am I treating other people? Am I
mm,
am I, always do I always have a motive? Or am I treating folks the way genuinely they should be treated? You know, that way I know he's okay because I want people to to treat, self-respect. Can you please
I
stop?
never. I guess
Yeah,
I'm
because they
single and I
bubble
never
like
don't have the kids. Like I never thought about that. So
Hmm.
I've have
Yeah.
heard people say that becoming a parent will mature you, and
Hmm.
make some life changes. But I didn't know. Wow, that's amazing. Um,
Yeah.
so all right. So I want to pivot into one thing I've been noticing this week or thinking about is I feel like I see on social media a lot people be like unhealthy friendships, new friends, and
Hmm.
just outgrowing seasons and stuff like that. But I never feel like I never heard anybody ever talk about, maybe you just, distance yourself for a season in friendships. Have you ever, had friendships where like you felt like, you didn't want to end them, but for this season, you just want to like put it on pause.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have. I have. And it's like you said, it's not because we fell out. It's not because, they were horrible people. It's just, your paths start traveling in different ways and you want to do what you used to do with them, but you can't. Like you just cannot. It's not in your wheelhouse to do it anymore. And like you said, you don't fall out with them. You just kind of you take that pause and you could check in with them, but just the whole thing about hanging out like you used to or doing the same things that you used to, you
Hmm.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You
So
just
I
you can't
have
do it.
in my career as a comedian, a lot is very, very competitive, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of you got to get things done your own. Like it's not like working a normal job where it's just like I do this
Hmm.
job and then I go home. It's like you're kind of like you got to be self disciplined and you got to grind
Hmm.
to do things.
Yeah.
Kind of just like like podcasting, which your the space you're
Hmm.
in. So I had a friend, and this is what made me think about this. It's like I've noticed that like they're not happy with where they're at in their career, and
Yeah.
when I talk to this person, it's like negative. Like you do is talk to some people and like they just angry, like they answer the phone angry. Like I literally do just like I'm like, yo, you an old man, like dudes in his 30s and just mad. I'm like, just old dude mad.
Yeah.
And I noticed it's like we on the phone, we getting into arguments, and I'm just like, why are we arguing? Like, I don't want to argue with you. Like,
Right.
but it's just like it made me think that this person is like not happy with what's going on in their life right now. And I think that it's
Hmm.
coming out through our communication, like the frustration.
Right.
And it's like, because we had like 4 different topics, and it was just like, we were just like going back and forth, and I'm just like, what's going on? And then I sat and thought about it. I was just like, dang, like old me would have been like, yo, it's time to cut them off, new friends. But is that really being a friend? Because part of being a friend, like,
No.
can you only be a friend like only in good seasons?
I think you have to be. I think as a friend, to be a friend is holding that mirror up to your friend. Like, hey, yo, you being real mean right now. What's good, grouchy old man? I think that's what being a friend is you know really expressing that, being able to see your friend and help them see what you see,
Right.
and And I do hear you about, the whole, is it really being a friend if you leave them or cut them off? But I think it's not about cutting off. I do think it's about having boundaries.
Hmm.
So at some point, that's going to affect your life as well. So until they can actually figure it out, that friend figures it out or they do something, you could say, I'm here for you, but I'm just letting you know. We you got some things you got to fix, homie. Cause what I look like, I don't want to call you to argue with you. Like I don't think that's I don't
Right.
know. And, and I'm saying this, my friends have done it to me, and I've done it to my friends. And these are my closest friends who, to be honest, we haven't fallen out. We may have for like a second due to a very big miscommunication,
Hmm.
misunderstanding, but they didn't ever. It wasn't like they deserted me. They were always still right there with me, right?
That's friendship.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the thing about true friendship. Like you look at, the social media talks about, you see toxic friendships, but there's a thing where in your true friendships, you might separate for a second. It just might happen. But then it always picks right back up because that's what true friends do. They're there. They're gonna make sure they check in. You all right? No, all right. Well, when you're
Hmm.
ready, I'm right here.
Yeah.
That's not toxic friendship. That's having boundaries set for you and boundaries set for your friend. Cause you're right. Don't nobody. I just don't want to argue with my friends. I argue enough with a 4-year-old every day. I don't want to argue with my
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
ah!
But I've been reflecting and thinking like, but how do you know the difference between a friend in a bad season and a toxic friend?
Mhm. A toxic friend is not a friend. You can tell when they always got something smart to say about what you're doing.
Mhm.
You feel that. It's not like it's hidden or anything. They always like, "Ooh, so you doing that little thing still? Why it got to be little? You know what you mean it got to be little? Oh, you just good at just about everything. You gonna pick one thing, and I'm sorry if I'm multi-talented. My bad.
So you for
I'm
you,
God.
so like envy is a no.
Yeah, I can't do envy because, like I said, everybody has their own paths. And what may seem like you may think I have it all together, but I don't. You know, I got a whole. It's just I don't think we should ever. A friend shouldn't envy you. A friend should never be envious of you. That's not a friend, because you know that's not a friend.
Yeah.
Why would your friend, somebody who's supposed to have your back, be envious? Because now if you envious of me, that means that you can start talking about me. If you start talking about me, that means you can start lying on me. If you start lying on me, now you could hurt my character, and you killing my character. A friend ain't gonna kill your character. So
Yeah, I've experienced that myself.
mhm.
The friend that's competitive with you, but you don't even know there's a
Mhm.
competition. And I ain't know, and we was
You just never
competing.
realized, like, oh, we was competing. When?
Yeah, it was.
I thought we was
I had
just
some.
chilling. We was gonna go to.
Yeah, and this is the thing. People will try to hide envy, right? I had experienced someone try to hide envy, but it came out like because people project what they think or the things that they do, they project it onto other people. So
Yeah.
I had somebody who I considered a friend. They got something big, and I was just like, "Yo, congratulations, that's dope." And they was like, "Really, Vaughn? Like, are you really congratulating me?" Like, and I'm just like, "Why would I be hating?" Like,
What else I'm supposed to be doing?
yeah. And as I reflected and like, so I think about it, and like as time went on, I realized that they like were competitive. They were having some envy, and they were just thinking like, there's no way that you could just genuinely be happy for somebody. And
Yeah.
so I had to end that, because you are right. There is a difference between someone who's hating, envy, jealous, and then somebody who's just going through a rough time.
Yeah.
And I think that's try to discern, between the two, because both of them can make you mad. that
Yeah.
angry friend.
That's definite. That's
Yeah.
definite. And I also think, you know, I guess, that friend who is in a bad patch, they're able to acknowledge that too. They should be able to acknowledge, friend, I'm not where I'm just not in a good spot. And I think that's the type of friend where you could be like, all right, well, whatever you need from me, I got you. If a person is able to say that and they know the relationship that you have, that means that they trust that you will still be there whenever they get it together. And they know that they know that they're not abandoning you. They just have to get their lives together. As opposed to the person who's envying you. Now, see, that's a difference because, like I said, the person that's envying you can be that could turn into something that's harmful to you. So that's not like a real relationship. That's predator prey, and you ain't even know you was prey. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you get those people will put you in a place where you just had no idea that you was even in. Like, yo, I thought we was cool, and you out here telling folks that the only reason why I do this is because of this. Like, you lying on my name, and I'm out here cheering you on. What's good? So once you start to see that in somebody, that's when you gotta know that relationship has run its course. You could bring it up to them, but if they don't see it and they're not trying to change it, that's the toxic relationship if you continue to try to hold on. Because you got to believe what people show you.
Yeah. Yo, you just you hit on a lot just right there. So many things.
That was a lot. My
No,
bad.
it was good. It was just like I had something. I was like, oh, you hit right there, right there. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on, we're about to go. But yeah, it's self-aware. It sounds like what you're saying is, that person need to have some self-awareness. And I think that
Mhm.
um, I don't have a lot of people. I work in the entertainment field. Like, I just feel like self-awareness
Yeah.
is just not a thing. That is
Yeah.
normal. Um, that's why I try to get friends outside of the industry that I'm in.
Mhm.
But yeah, like it is good to, like, when somebody know, like, yo, I'm having a bad time. What up, Noah Edits? So we're having a bad time. Like, maybe I'm gonna keep my distance,
Right.
and stuff like that. So, but what about, like, so you have this friend, because one thing I'm learning is that I gotta set limits on the time that I could talk to them while they in that type of mood. Like, ain't no 2 hour phone calls. Like,
Mhm.
20 minutes,
Mm-mm.
15 mostly.
Tops.
Like, that's where I'm trying to sit at. Have you, like, have certain
Mhm.
boundaries for people who are in that bad season?
Yeah, I do. And like you said, it's a time limit on how much we're talking.
Mhm.
Also, learn how to steer a conversation. If they keep trying to steer it this way, turn it back. Let's think about the positive. They don't even have to know what you're doing, but just switch it all back, because it's more about, so if they're in that negative space, sometimes they can't see it or notice. And you just gotta, if you're that friend, you're in a good spot. And most people are like, I don't want to hear that. But they do. They do. People, they do. They want to hear it. So as a friend, you just have to keep trying to, like, hey, that's messed up. Oh, okay, but what about this? Think about, bring up their favorite stuff. Start to talk about things that they love, just to try to steer their mindset, because sometimes that's what really needs to be switched. Their mindset needs to be switched. And if you're good friends with a person, you know how to steer that mindset in a way where they can focus on the good things and not that immediate thing that's not going right. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes also you can tell a friend, hey, it's not like you need to talk to somebody about what you're going through. I
Yeah.
know some people get offended when you say that, like, hey man, you ever think about going to therapist or getting a counselor? Like, some people get mad. But it's not a bad thing to tell somebody that, but essentially what it really you're saying is, hey, I don't know how to help you work through this, but I want you to work through this. And I think that you need to talk to a
Mm-hmm.
professional so that you can get through
Mm-hmm.
this. Because a lot of times, just regular people, we don't have the tools to, we might have gone through similar things, but we might not have the exact tools to help somebody get through the things, and also not absorb it so that we're
Right.
having all this heavy emotions and stuff like that. So encourage your friends to go seek counseling. Is the point that
Yes.
I'm trying to
Make
make.
them go to therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy is good.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to talk about is worrying. Are you a worrier? Like, are you the type of person that worries, like, just about little basic type of stuff that's in your life?
So I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
I
where's
was.
the pet car?
That's the kid.
The pepper's in here.
Christian, can we be quiet for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, go to the room. I'll be in there in, like, give me 10 minutes, okay? Okay. That's mama life. But so about
Worrying.
10 years ago, I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. So yes, I am a worrier. It's not, I don't say it's part of who I am anymore, as much as it used to be, because I've did the work, been through therapy, and so, you know, is it an easy thing? No, it's not an easy thing to give up, especially now that I'm a mom, because I am constantly, okay? Um, like, as soon as you think you're out of the woods with one thing, it's another. Literally, I'm always just trying to save his life, by the way, because and that's from himself, because he's a kid, and kids always just want to do the most.
Yeah.
So, but But when it comes to worrying, I learned that there are certain things that I can't control everything. And that's what stemmed up, that's what I learned from the anxiety disorder. I can't control everything. And so is my worrying, is it like a constructive worry? Like there's a way to have like a constructive type of, okay, I got to get this done and you want it to be done perfect, right? Or you just want it to be done right. And then there's the worrying that there's nothing that you can fix.
The yin
There's
yang
nothing
twin.
that you can change about it. You see, I'm being mommy right now. I promise you. He wants to get on this camera so bad, and I do not want him on the camera. Stop. But so it's just things that, like, even the worrying, I have to tell myself, is that something that you can control right now? Is it something that's
Gotcha.
detrimental? Is it something that if it doesn't get taken care of, you will die? No? Oh, okay. Well, it's not, because that's all worrying is. All worrying is just, it's you thinking about something so far ahead that there's nothing you can do about it. And you don't even know what the outcome's going to be. No, listen, I need you to go in the room.
Yeah, that worrying, like, it will
Okay.
definitely like make you like
Mhm.
think like about take stuff to the extreme, like some extreme thoughts. It sounds like
Mhm.
with your therapy, it looked like they help you reframe your thoughts. Is that what it's called?
Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
So it don't feel
Yeah.
as
It helped me
big as it
reframe.
was.
Yeah. Yeah. Because most of the time it's not as big as you think it is. It's
Hmm.
just it's not like, and so you have to reframe. And I think that comes with reflection too. That's what we've been talking about, reflection. So you can't just reflect, you have to reframe. So while you're reflecting, reframe your thinking. Was it really that? Is it really something that is detrimental? Like, take a deep breath. No, you didn't. I used to apologize a whole lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And it's like, stop apologizing, because you don't even know if you actually offended anybody. So
Right.
just stop. Stop worrying about how people perceive you and know what's coming from your heart. Because I can't control people's perceptions.
No one made this one.
Mhm.
Right.
He is. Go that way.
Watch. Why?
I feel
Yeah.
you.
So,
One thing that I've I'm the worry monster, especially with dating. So what I also realized, that worry a lot of times for me personally, is that the little kid inside of you that's like, you just hear him crying and like just
yes.
shaking like please
Yes.
help me, help me, help me, help me, help me.
Yes.
So I didn't date a lot growing up. Because like I had the type of one, my dad scared me out of dating as a little kid. Like my dad was like,
Mhm.
he could have went to the NFL if he didn't meet my mother. So that scared me. And
Yeah.
I got my heart broke like
Yeah.
one time, like, and I was like, yeah, I ain't never doing this again. But
Uh-huh.
that not dating has like so I have like not a lot of experience in that field. So now I notice that I start
Mhm.
worrying about little stuff. Like even though like I'm dating in the 30s, like I still feel like almost like a 10-year-old. So
Yeah.
dating, like it'll be like little things like um I get anxiety, like be confused, like someone throws mixed signals and stuff like that, or like I need someone that
Mhm.
like they just gotta be straight up, like, yo, what's up? And like you're not gonna get that in the dating world. Like you have to be able to like
Right.
read between the lines, know what this means and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
one thing that has helped me is they call it the word journaling. They call it the worry journal. I
Mhm.
noticed that like I was doing it yesterday. Like I had so much anxiety, and I ended up journaling like 5 pages, and then it was like I finally got through to like what the root of the problem was, and why I was worrying. And it was
Stop
like
pushing me.
once I got to like the root of it, it was just like, oh,
Mhm.
like this really is just like the little kid that's just scared to get hurt,
Yeah.
and then it's just
Yep.
worrying. So there are definitely tools that like you can use. I haven't like I've tried my worry would be so much that I can't do to reframe the thought. Like sit there and just be like, let me see if this is really that deep. Like I give it to you because I can't sit still when like I got it. Like I have I call it chronic anxiety is what I got.
Hmm.
Not regular anxiety, like it's just bad. So um, that's dope. How long were you in therapy that took you to get to that point?
I am off and on. Like it never, I don't ever stop going. But when it initially started, I stayed in therapy for a good year, nonstop, always having sessions, making sure I met up and talked. Because I'm one of those people like I gotta fix me, but it's really not anything to fix, And that was another reason why the anxiety was so such a big deal because it's like I felt I was stronger than that, like, and my therapist was like, girl, don't nobody ask you to do all that. Ain't nobody ask you to carry all this on your shoulder. Who told you that? Who thought, like, where did you get that from? And it's just like, I don't know. And so, it's just,
That's
so,
funny.
it took me a while. But also when I started therapy, I just went all in. There was no hesitation. I wasn't one of those people who ever thought therapy, I'm not one of them, sorry, everybody, I'm not one of them Black people. I need therapy. Like, give me help. Yes, thank you. Yes. Did I feel
Oh
crazy?
man.
I felt more crazier. I felt crazier having panic attacks and anxiety attacks from people saying little things to me or little things happening than, going to a therapist. Like it feels crazy to be so out of control that your body is trying, you threw your body into fight or flight. That's crazy. Just from your thoughts. So that to me personally, I would take therapists. Yes, I will tell you everything. Because we need to get to the root of this problem.
You were having panic attacks?
Yeah. Now I'm talking about
Me,
debilitating panic attacks. Yeah, it
me
was,
too.
yeah.
I think for me it was 2022. It was either 2022, 2023. I had like 3 or 4 panic
Hmm.
attacks in like within 3 months. Um,
Yeah.
but this therapy, I have not had any panic attacks. Um, which I never even thought about them. So you just said it right now. I haven't even
See?
thought about a
Uh-huh.
panic attack. That's crazy.
Oh, that's a good thing. That means that you're managing your triggers and you're able
Yeah,
to identify them before it happens. And that's once again, it's because you're doing the work. It's one thing just to go to therapy to say you're going to therapy, but you need to go to therapy to do the work, get the work done. So
yeah.
hey, kudos to you. Kudos to you.
Definitely. You
That's
too. Yeah,
big.
it's them panic attacks. Ooh, you just brought back a
Yeah.
flashback. I'm like, you talking about earlier about the jealous friend. I'm just like, yo, the jealous friend
Uh-huh.
gave me a panic attack. I'm like,
See?
whoa.
See,
Yeah,
trigger something. Trigger the trauma.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. So I think that is it for what I got on the list for
Hmm.
today. Do you need to promote anything?
No, I am kicking off Confessions from a Red Couch again. I took a hiatus because, like I told y'all, well, life happened and I took a break. And, I got deep off in this mommyhood thing and realized that I need my
Are you
outlet,
done?
not just for,
Mommy, are you done?
no, Christian, I'm not. That's my boss, y'all. He's my boss. But literally, I needed is another way is therapeutic. So I'm back
Okay.
doing podcasts, and just real talk, talking about all the things, all the issues we have with ourselves that we need to fix, so we don't take our trash to others because nobody wants that.
What did you call yourself? You the
Nobody wants your unresolved issues.
self-care
Huh?
thug? You the self-care thug?
Yes, the self-care thug. I don't know if I can even say that anymore. I don't feel like I'm thugging as much as I used to.
For real?
Yeah. But I'm still still self-caring it out, you know?
Okay.
It's even bigger
Um,
now.
so how do they listen to your podcast?
You can go on, it is on Spotify, and as my child said, Instagram. My boss. My promoter. My promoter. So on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram. And then you can go to confessionsfromaredcouch.com, and then also anywhere that you like to listen to your podcast, you can find the Confessions from a Red Couch.
Dope.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check her out, listen to that. I'm going to be in West Virginia on Sunday. So anybody listening to this weekend, I will be in West Virginia for stand-up comedy. Got some shows. And then next week I got a show in Maryland. And then I think I got Tennessee coming up, and I got also I think North Carolina. I got North Carolina coming up as well. So make sure you check out upcoming tour dates, be in a city near you. Also, if you're listening to this, you can now text me to become part of my community of people that get told when shows are coming up. So if you text this number 202-743-2987, you can get text messages about all upcoming shows and events, and just be part of the community. So make sure you do that as well. Other than that, we'll definitely be back next week, 10 p.m. More reflecting, more growing. I'm about to go to bed because it's about that time. But this have been dope. Thank you so much, Janae, for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No doubt. So yeah, I know. I'll tell your boss. So I'm sorry for keeping you late.
It'll be all right.
But
I just had to use the mama voice on him. He just took off running. He said, "Oh no,
you said the mama.
He means
That's
it."
hilarious. Anyways,
He said,
I'll
"Oh
see y'all next time, man. Y'all have a good night.
no." Bye.